Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is just the plain old high mobility Zaku. I always liked this thing. It's got the 4-tube rocket launcher, described here as a missile launcher, but from what I've been told, rockets tend to be things that fire without any kind of guidance, and missiles tend to have a guidance system, so this is definitely a rocket launcher. And yeah, I'm sneaking around the corner here to take the point, but in addition to the, in addition to the 4-tube launcher, it has a backup Zaku machine gun with 100 rounds of ammunition and grenades, so it can do a lot of damage. So also it's fairly fast, it can get out of its own way, and it has forced injectors, which allow for a little bit of fancy maneuvering. It's only a level 1 forced injector, and it doesn't have a lot of thrust, so you can overheat very easily. But even so, it is useful for, close quarters evasion, especially. Just getting around people when they're trying to attack you, things like that. And I should be using the grenades here. I sometimes forget they're there, but because I love that missile launcher. And the Zaku machine gun just really handy. And that Doug Schneider Freak is about to die. Not by my hand, I don't think. Oh yeah, possibly by mine if I can get around these guys. But no, somebody else got it, that's fine. That goof is out of legs, but it might be the Vish Donahue, so... our Doug Schneider got it, so that is fine. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of damage, I'm not getting the kills, but as I've said before, the important thing is the team gets the kills, because that gets you your encourage bonuses, that keeps your rating high, all those good things. So, that person is down. I have 82 rounds of ammunition left. That managed to get that kill out of the range of the airstrike. I think that was an enemy airstrike that hit one of their own, so they probably have 1 hit point left when I tagged them. Got one of my 4 missiles there. This is a good angle to be using grenades at, because I don't have to expose myself to fire quite directly to make those throws. But there's also somebody behind us, and I'm out of legs, so it's time to just pick a direction and see what I can do. And that's not quite the time. There are a lot of enemies fighting one of our allies behind us, and that's not great, but I am so weak it's probably best if I do not go charging in and try and save them. For one thing, if I do any charging, I'm going to land on my face. Also, if I take any more hits, I'm going to land on my face. So, they're grouped pretty tightly. Yep, just took a grenade, and I am out of legs, so... Now we just crouch and wait for something to shoot at, because we get a bonus from crouching, both through our attack and defense. Going prone is even better, so... Yeah, if the allies just kind of stay back and wait, I can get some good damage in, hopefully. As long as they're not crossing my line of fire just as the enemies come popping out, which does kind of happen. But you can, when your legs are wrecked, you can use dodge rolls to speed things up or get out of your own way. Got dugged there, which it happens. That Schneid is difficult to defend against for anything, let alone without legs. And I'm not doing too badly. I've done some good damage. We've got a pretty good lead, 2-1 almost exactly. Okay, not quite 2-1, but I could jump out and plant air support, but I don't think I'll do that quite yet. It's difficult to do on the front lines. I tend to only use frontline support fire defensively. If they pushed us back to our frontline waypoint, then I will try and sneak in and get it while the rest of the team keeps them busy. Otherwise, I tend not to take the risk. Okay, aimed a little bit too low, did not get the shots in. That person has no legs, so... And they switched to grenades. So if I can either... Yep, okay, good, they just used their dodge roll, but I don't even have to get close enough to go to melee. And there's probably that Doug Schneider Freak. Yep. Okay, so when it comes back around the corner, which I think it is about to do, yep, it underestimated the range to me. It thought the shotgun would stun me. It might even have been close enough to do, and I lucked out, I'm not sure. But I've done about half of its health, and mostly to the legs, because again, if you're on the ground, aim for the feet, because you will be able to incapacitate people a lot quicker there. They planted a bomb at our base. I landed one of my 4 missiles. Got a grenade around the corner that didn't connect. And Just, trying to stack damage where we can. And that should be a good shot if they come around the corner. Caught one of them with the splash, not bad. And now I can just wait with the Zaku machine gun or the grenades and see what I can do. Okay, enemy support fire coming in. I'd pointed at the people trying to get down to their base. Yep, and they did. And now, yeah, it looks like we're all going to charge, which is doable. Doesn't look like anybody is really taking much... Okay, one of us... No, they're trying to plant a bomb at the enemy base. I was about to say, doesn't look like anyone is taking any real interest in the bomb at our base. And to be honest, the way things are going, they probably shouldn't, because the bomb at our base will not make up the score difference, especially this early in the round. We will still have a lead. So the best thing to do is wait with one of the enemy pilots, stuck halfway across the map, or actually all the way across the map, and try and widen that lead while we can outnumber them. So that is mostly what we've done. That and plant the bomb besides, which not a bad move. That goof is dead, and yeah, this is going fairly well so far. Good use of the dodge roll there. Managed to evade all of my missiles, but that means that they were not ready for my melee at that point, so that's it for them. Pretty much, I'm going to say this round is pretty well secured if that bomb goes off, and given that the pilot down in there is still alive, it should. Yeah, only 10 seconds left, but then we've got it. If nobody's trying to defuse yet, it cannot be defused. So, just throwing some damage on from a distance while I wait for the rockets. The rockets are ready. Now I have to watch out, yeah, because when that base goes off, I'm going to be staggered, which the enemy team took good advantage of and managed to take me out. I think I was the only one left alive down there at that point anyway. So now we just have to hang together and play the rest of the round essentially on defense. There's not as much of the rest of the round left as I thought anyway, so we've got a 2,700 point lead with 45 seconds. That could be winnable, but they'd have to kill us all. They'd have to kill us all and get strong assists and maybe take a couple of checkpoints. And at the moment, it doesn't look like all that's going to happen. So, again, just hanging back, trying to do as much damage as I can, and chop. Yep, good damage to the leg. And thank you to our Doug Schneid for saving me from their Doug Schneid. And I'm not sure if they got the kill as a follow-up, but I just got a kill there. Yeah, I can safely say this is now in the bag. I am out of legs, but I can just do some damage from over here where they're not really paying attention. Grenades will do it faster, though, so I'll throw some of those. Also, rocket time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I hit with most of them. And I'm going to say that mobile suit has some kind of defense skill, because one of the rockets did more damage than the rest, so I probably hit it in a spot where it had a defense skill, either head or legs, not sure which. But, yeah, not bad. 2,400 damage. And I'm not sure how many kills and all that. 5 kills and 2 deaths. Not bad. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. So until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I think there's at least one more model of high mobility Zaku they could put in the game. I think there's an R3. And I'd love to see it just because I really do enjoy those. And again, I still want the Yuma Lightning Gelgoog because anything that can use that rocket launcher is a friend of mine.